Tommy Fresh, introducing Tommy Fresh and the Get Fresh crew. How is everyone doing? Good morning. Tom here, aka Nostra Thomas. I rode a Uber stagecoach driven by llamas to the studio this morning. Quite a bit going on. I did not stream yesterday. Good to be back. Good to be back. As you can see on my screen, I got my iPhone up. We looking at my BlockFi account. Man, this thing, whoo, this is what gets me up in the morning. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I just recently moved a bunch of my Bitcoin and Ethereum over here. I am loving this interest we're getting. We're going to take a look over at my Polkadot staking too. That 12% Polkadot staking, that gets me up in the morning, and it gets me up. Boy, I'm waking. It really gets me up. You know what I'm saying? It's what gets me out of bed. So over here, I do have a link down below to the BlockFi. I highly recommend this. Fax McGee in the house. How you doing, brother? What is up? How you doing? So we got the BlockFi link down below. You can earn 6% interest on your Bitcoin, up to 2.5 Bitcoin. You can earn 5.25% on your Ethereum. You can earn 8.6% on the US dollar. You can do that in the stable coins GUSD, USDC, or HAX. Those are stable coins to the US dollar. You can also earn 5% if you're a gold bug. Speaking of gold, we gotta look at the gold. Life is good, man. Life is good. You're in the gold. Come over to BlockFi. Put your money in gold and earn 5% interest on it. Although I recommend doing Bitcoin and Ethereum. Seriously, that's where it's at. Yeah, man, it compounds. It compounds monthly. It shows you how much you're accruing. So I don't know, 4th to the 5th, I've moved a lot more money over there. So I think at current rates, I'm earning about $10 to $15 a day. You know, let's say we're earning $300 a month. Personally, if Bitcoin hits that 10x, like I think it's gonna, then we're looking at like, I don't know, 1,500 to 3,000 a month, depending on, you know, how this works out, and it compounds. And then let's say, you know, Bitcoin, we do go into a bear market. I'm looking to Bitcoin to pull back maybe 50, 60%. I don't know about 80, 90. So, you know, a $500 to $1,000 passive income, and you continue to add to this a month, man, that is all gravy and Gucci to me. SGG. No, so actually I can do 5,000. Yeah, I can deposit they did up it from 500 to 5,000. But I don't do that. So like I'll buy it, you know, I'll buy it in Binance or buy it at Gemini. Typically I try and buy it at Binance because you get really good fees. And speaking of that Binance coin, are you kidding me with that price, man? I should have bought more of that. And then I'll just transfer it over, right? I mean, it's scary as hell doing that, but so far I haven't, you know, made a mistake. Knock on wood. It's one day I'm gonna lose all my money because I transferred my Bitcoin to an Ethereum address or something. They need to put in better, like easier ways to deal with that. Like, and maybe they already kind of started to prevent users from doing that. So that's one of the scariest things about cryptocurrency. But I do want to continue to grow this. Let's move over to Kraken. I love me some Kraken. Where's my Kraken? Release the Kraken. You know, I've been on YouTube, I've been watching a lot of animal, you know, feel good dog stories, pet rescue stories, and there's even this one dude, what's this, Gold Shaw Farms or something? Dude cracks me up. He runs a farm in New England or Maine or something like that, and he's always like, he releases his ducks, and he's like, release the Kraken. Cracks me up every time. Anyway, I got my, man, I want to get me some more Polkadot. I go to bed dreaming about Polkadot. Never send all at once on these shady blockchains. I don't know what you mean by shady. What do you mean by shady? So, Polkadot, let's take a look. I got 500 Polkadot. I started with 500 Polkadot, and that's been staking for a couple weeks now. I'm currently earning, so Polkadot, 12%. Are you kidding me? Kusama, I need to get some Kusama going too, because so Polkadot's kind of considered the main net. and Kusama's the test net, but it's really going to turn into like they're going to both be heavily utilized, and the Polkadots are going to be your elite, and then your Kusama are going to be, so Polkadot, think of like your Teslas and your Apples, and then Kusama is probably going to be like, your Fords or your whatever. But so yeah, man, they pay out twice a week, and I'm currently earning a little over 1 Polkadot a week. And that compounds, right? So that's crazy. The more that goes up, the more you're going to earn. I don't know how long this 12% is going to last, but I definitely want to get me some more Polkadot. I have 500. I wouldn't mind getting that to 1,000. Let's switch over to the spreadsheet because that's something that gets me out of bed too, man. Let me tell you. All right, so I did a little bit of updating on this. Here we are. I'm at about 96,000 profit. To be fair, I'm currently only estimating my average cost on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'm probably guessing a bit high. The Bitcoin's kind of annoying because most of my Bitcoin was over in Robinhood, and then I liquidated it. So I'm not counting what my real average cost is because now I got a new cost basis. It's realized profits. So I'm just rolling with it. I'm rolling with the new. You can see the thing that I really dream about at night is Cardano. It's no secret that I'm a huge Cardano fan over here. I keep trying to accumulate more Cardano. I do have 85,000. It is all being staked on with the Cardano dataless wallet. I'm loving it. That's earning 5% interest a year. They pay out every 5 days. It's the same thing. It's compounding. It's only 5%. But let me tell you, I mean, look at how nice this Cardano's been to me. This thing's up like, we'll take a look at the chart, 150%. It is closely becoming, what is it? So ETH right now is my biggest position. But I mean, Cardano's coming fast, and Cardano has been biggest winner by far so far. So just a joke, because sometimes things don't go according to plan, that they should send over 10 to... Yeah, so in the beginning I would do that. I would test it, but now, yeah, ADA, man. ADA got close to 88 cents. I think it's going to hit $1 soon. Yeah, but it makes me really nervous. When I so I had a bunch of, Coinbase, man, there's a lot of cool things about Coinbase, but there's a lot of things I hate about it, the fees being one. I had mentioned a few times that I wanted to invest heavily in their IPO, but now I'm kind of walking back on that. So I think Coinbase is going to be really good, but the problem is it's going to be heavily tied to cryptocurrency, right? So if crypto does, like, say, and IPOs are very, very risky to begin with. So say, and usually they take 1 to 2 years. In the beginning, you get a huge pump, and then you get a huge sell-off, and then you get like this very long consolidation of 1 to 2 years, and then, it'll start moving. The Coinbase hype on the beginning is going to be crazy. Who knows how much, like, I don't even want to look at Airbnb and Dash because I think those prices are way too high for the company personally, but so if Coinbase, you get into this thing during crazy cryptocurrency hype when, say, Bitcoin's at 100,000, because I think 100,000 is coming fast. 200,000, right? Coinbase is just going to be crazy high. And then if the crypto market does start crashing like everyone predicts in September, circa September, and you see 50, 60, 80, 90%, man, Coinbase, you're going to get hammered hard in Coinbase. So it's not a very good diverse play. No, there's no telling if that's going to happen, but I'm already so heavily invested in cryptocurrency. I don't know if I want to add a bunch of risk in Coinbase, even though I think long-term being in Coinbase is going to be very, very profitable. Those dudes are making money. And once we start seeing what they're reporting, and because their fees are crazy, right? So I do think they're making money hand over fist. All the exchanges are right now. Let's pull up the Tastyworks and see how the markets are doing. We got some stuff I got to do over here for sure. All right, so the Nasdaq's up 40 points. It's a pumping. What's the VIX doing? We got to see what the VIX is doing. The VIX is, oof, man, it's kind of flat. It hasn't done much. I mean, Nasdaq 40 points isn't really a big move. The E-mini S&P, what are we doing? We're up 15. That's a decent amount. That's a decent chunk. What is gold doing? I really need some love in gold. Gold's up 9 points. My gold position, ooh, we still got a chance. You're saying there's a chance. I got 9 days to go. I can get about another $6 pump in this gold ETF. We might get out of this. Right now, I'm down $150. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's kind of annoying because if I look at all my plays, don't tell me I got what is going. Oh, Mara, yeah, this is actually kind of good for the good kids. Me anyway, probably not for some of you guys. We'll discuss that in a second. But every position I have on the board is green across all 3 accounts. My IRA, you gotta love it. My profit. Oh man, Bitcoin must be getting hammered right now. I don't even know if I want to. Is Bitcoin dumping right now? Let's take a look at the few. Oh, down $2,000. This is going to be a buy the dip homie situation coming up. Yeah, 45. That's not that bad. I'm surprised MicroStrategies only down $1,000. I'm surprised MicroStrategies and all these are getting hit really hard. Although, I mean, this could be the beginning. This could be the beginning of some ugliness. Let's take a look at the hourly. It wouldn't, I mean, oh man, look at this. We're busting through the, what is that? I forgot what I got these set up. The 20, the 50. So we busted through the 20. We spiked through the 50. Yeah, interesting. We'll have to see how this plays out. I mean, I'm currently not worried about it. ADA is still a rock. And look at this. I was looking at how much ADA is up since, we'll go like February 1st. We got a nice juicy currently 147% with a top wick of 160%. Pretty good. What do you mean? What is this INX IPO that keeps I have no idea, man. I've never heard of it. They're missing the S though. It should be INXS, right? Get it? Get it? NXS? I don't know if any of you, yeah, I'm sure some of you will get that. Anyway, I don't know what that is. Silver is becoming scarce. I mean, I don't know what you're hearing. There's a lot of BS going on with silver right now. There was a thing where Wall Street Bets was trying to pump everyone go buy the physical because there's way more like contracts and certificates of authenticity and what have you out there than actual real silver exists. Silver, so that's one of the cons to silver and gold. That stuff can be counterfeited pretty easily, right? You can just take some, I don't know how they do it, but it's like only like the outer edges is silver and then they mix it with the, I don't know. And then you just fake the certificates of authenticity and what have you. So who knows on that? All that stuff kind of scares me. You know what doesn't scare me is if I buy Bitcoin, because I know that is authentic as hell. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm kind of over, like the whole physical being able to touch it and wear it thing really never, honestly, gold never really appealed to me. The only thing about gold and metals, well, I take that back. As a kid, I was one of those hip hop Run DMC Kango wearing link chains and gold was it back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Now jewelry doesn't really, whatever, I know that's some people's thing, good for them, but who wants to worry about securing that, the weight, holding on to it? Well, we can go on about that forever. But Summer Day, what is up? G, exactly. How you doing? I'm gonna assume you're a dude. What up, brother? If not, what up, sister? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. This is a channel where we trade all markets. We trade stocks. We trade options. We trade futures. Diversity is definitely key here, and I'm talking about much more than what your average Joe says. Go out and diversify your stock portfolio. No, son, over here we diversify many ways, including several different types of high, what am I trying to say here? Highly successful, better than 50% chance of success, option strategies, multiple different option strategies, although I typically find myself in strangles, bullish put spreads, covered calls, maybe some jade lizards, maybe some iron condors. Let's hop back over into the markets. We got to discuss some of the stuff I got going on. So Tesla, man, Tesla's gonna hurt. That's not good for the good kids, because I got quite a few bullish put spreads going on in Tesla. What is the Nasdaq? The Nasdaq's up 40 points. Why is Tesla down? I mean, there's no reason for Tesla to be down $15, and only what 8% of their treasury is tied to Bitcoin. Is this going down because Bitcoin's going down? MicroStrategy's getting hamskied today, putting a dent in my IRA today. That's kind of a big move. I don't know where this is going to shake out on the Bitcoin. How much? Oh, we're down $1,300. Is this a little well dump, short the dump? Is this a shorting opportunity? We were pretty high up. All right, we don't need you anymore. How do I get off you? So let's take a look. Let's blow this up. I mean, this was pretty high up, like right here. This is way up, even above the 20. So it's pretty high up. It doesn't surprise me to see a dump, but we're looking a little bearish right now as we cross across the 50. We'll have to see maybe if we can get a bounce here, and then maybe we go back up, or even, you know, to me, like as I was discussing on Monday, I don't want this to be too quick. I don't want like huge parabolic moves. I'd much rather get just a nice, slow, long term. Oh, good. Yeah, man. Like, hey, 0 likes. What's going on? Like, subscribe, bell button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Summer Day, I stream pretty much every morning, unless something comes up. Like yesterday, I had to do a firewall cutover. And we love Tesla and Bitcoin, and one just bought the other. Yeah, man. I was interesting because I read that Tesla is going to start taking Bitcoin orders, but you only got, the price is only good for 5 minutes. I'm like, guys, how are you going to pull that off, man? It takes longer than 5 minutes for your Bitcoin to get there. When I sent Bitcoin over to BlockFi, I was freaking out because it wasn't going through. And then Coinbase is annoying as hell, right? So let me rant on Coinbase. So I sent it, it wasn't going through, and I didn't check my email, but then I check it, and Coinbase like KYCs you on every transaction if you want it to go by fast. So you have to like upload your driver's license on every like time you send it out. So I did that, and then it goes through, you know, about 10 minutes, but I didn't realize that for like 2 or 3 hours, and I'd sent like 0.7 Bitcoin, which at the time, I don't know, was like $20, $30. Oh, my tattooed chef just came off the board as a winner. We're gonna have to look at that. So it wasn't going through, and I was like, well, I guess I just lost 20 grand, but you know, I was like praying that something didn't go wrong there. But I saw you had to upload your so on every time with Coinbase. That's annoying. There's a couple really good things about Coinbase I love though. For one, like if you want to buy a bunch quick, their limit's $25,000 versus Binance.us, which is $5,000. I believe I have a referral link down below for Coinbase. Check it out. You get $10 in Bitcoin. Some really cool stuff. If you deposit $100, you get $10 in Bitcoin, and then they have a rewards program. And on that rewards program, I've earned like $100 in crypto for basically nothing. XLM, the Graph, CeeLo, I think Maker. You just watch some videos and you learn some really good stuff. They're quick videos, 1 to 2 minutes. They're actually very interesting, very useful. A lot of people do not understand. Just bang my head against the wall trying to explain. Telling people, like I told my parents, I begged them in December. I begged them to buy Bitcoin and I begged them to buy Tesla and they wouldn't listen to me. I'm like, man, they got money. I'm just like, you guys can afford to buy one Bitcoin. I'm like, who cares? You can buy one Bitcoin, and if it went to zero, you wouldn't lose an ounce of sleep. They've been on this earth for a long time. They made some good financial decisions. They've got some money. I'm like, it's a no-brainer. All right, well, since then, Bitcoin's up like almost 100%. Tesla's up almost 100%. It was easy money back then. It's still easy money, in my opinion, right? Tesla, and especially your blue chips, especially Bitcoin, especially Ethereum, especially Cardano, and especially Polkadot. Man, these are no-brainers for the next 10 years, right? Crypto, those 4 cryptos I just mentioned, man, if you got a lump sum of money, put it in, like, if you want to diversify half of it, I don't know, less, maybe 20, 30% in crypto, do it. Lump sum whatever you can in. If you don't have a lump sum in, start dollar cost averaging it in. Start buying your, like, Bitcoin's the safest play on the board. Hands down, right? That's going to the moon. Institutions are going to start, more and more institutions. Apple's going to be there. Amazon, like Amazon and Google have high incentive to start incorporating it, either with like wallets or social media connections or who knows, right? Apple definitely with their wallet. I would expect even Facebook to start doing more fintech stuff, implementing it. Maybe we start seeing something like Shopify would be big. A lot more companies are going to start putting it on their treasury, like Tesla, like MicroStrategies, like that. Insurance company, it's happening. Bitcoin is the safest play on the board. Problem is a lot of people just tie the entire cryptocurrency. Currency is like a misnomer, right? It's much more than a currency. They don't understand DeFi. It is actually pretty complicated. There's so much stuff you can do with it with smart contracts, especially. It's a protocol. The entire internet is going to be running on the blockchain in the future, or like, you know how like everything goes through Facebook and Google right now? Well, it's going to go through Facebook and Google over blockchain in the future. Yeah, I don't, as an engineer, I'm learning more and more about it, and it blows nothing has blown my mind as much as this has. Even, you know, I have a business degree, so I'm able to kind of tie all that stuff together. I'm not an idiot when it comes to all this, but still, like, I still, like, there's so much I still have to learn on it. I work with a lot of really smart, intelligent engineers. I mean, the engineering team I'm on, a lot of smart, intelligent engineers, a company with a lot of smart tech people. And, you know, I've tried to tell them, I'm like, please educate yourself on blockchain, DeFi, especially DeFi. You know, there's so much more to it. And it's just such a whole different world in tech, though. Like, so there's a lot to it. I was watching Ivan on Tech yesterday. Go, 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 go. Like, subscribe, bell button. Guilt. What is guilt? That sounds familiar. MSTR definitely got bought up way too much. They should be around $700, and that's what they tend. Yeah, I don't know what their DCF should be. I only have 15 shares. I wish I would have bought more, but what is MicroStrategies going to be worth when Bitcoin's 500,000? You know, so that's good exposure to Bitcoin in my IRA. I think that's one of the best proxies for it. There's obviously your PayPals and your Squares. I don't think I have anything on in Square. Maybe we should do and PayPal. PayPal's got bad liquidity. So some of the problem childs I did have going was my Mara and Riot plays over in the stock account, because I had covered calls. At Mara, I had a covered call at 32, no, Riot, and then Mara at 30. So Mara was up at like $38, $37. So I was definitely way past my covered call. So basically my profits were capped at $30 here and $32 here. I consider just closing all that out, because overall it's a profit. You can see I'm up $1,400 on the shares, down $600 on this covered call. which gives me an overall profit of $800 on the trade. I cannot make any more money on the shares. You know, basically those shares and that covered call is just gonna come to parity at the 37-day closing. So say Mara's at $40 on March 19th, and I have my March 19th $32 covered call. That $32 covered call is going to be at parity and minus $800 because, you know, 800 plus 32 is going to put me at the 40. And my profit's going to be capped at whatever I bought Mara at, all the way up to $32. So I was considering just taking that all off the board. The same over here with Mara. And I'm like, nah, man, just keep it going. If there's a huge dip in Bitcoin, this is going to come down. And it's, you know, a 30% dip, chili dipper in Bitcoin can happen like that in a matter of hours or days. So I figure there's a pretty good chance that could happen. You know, probably like a 30-40% chance that that's going to happen. And then we're still good. I'll end up being able to take this covered call up, keep the shares going. I did roll up puts in each. So I did roll up my puts in Mara. I had 2 of them. I rolled them up to 30, which puts, so it now makes that a straddle where they're both, you know, my put and call are both, the short put and call are both at the same strike. I rolled that up, I reduced my deltas. If that were a strangle instead, that's what you would do. As the price blasts through your call, you would roll up your put to lower your deltas. DOCRF is the next huge telehealth play. It just broke out of its flag pennant and gapping up. Fax McGee, are you a TNA guy? What is DOCRF? That's got too many symbols. That tells me it is a OTC pink sheet. I don't trade those. Gotta be really careful with those. You can definitely make some money. You can definitely get your face ripped off. MicroStrategy should be 37 billion when Bitcoin is 500K with holding 71,000 Bitcoin. So what would that put their strike price? I mean, their stock, are you saying 37 billion market cap? What are they at? Like 10 billion, 9 billion right now? I'm not even sure. Still way undervalued. Yes, sir. Still way undervalued and little debt. And good luck with that, man. You mentioned, well, so you almost mentioned 2 things. About to list on the TSX. What the hell is the TSX? Gilt. What's Gilt? Is that a stock? That sounds familiar. Did you ever FOMO into, what was that cheap ass penny stock? I don't even remember anymore. It's just not even on my radar. Bingo, BNGO, BINGO. $11. Let's pull up a stock that, you know, you win some, you lose some. I lost patience with space. I definitely lost on that. How's that doing? Probably still way overpriced, but it's in the ARK. $54. I had 200 shares of that. I sold it like 20 bucks. Kapoosh! Here's another one. Let's pull up another one. I mean, come on, guys. I get mad, but I went all in on Tesla instead. So that Tesla and a few other NEO before it like 4x. So, I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. Base at $54. I'd be tempted to sell call spreads. Get a little negative delta. You know what? Maybe we do it. $1.15. $1.40. Man, I do not like that. Forget that. What was I going to look at? We're going to look at Gilt, and we're going to look at, what are we going to look at? We're looking at Gilt, Space, Bingo. Oh, yeah, this other stock. I lost patience with it. I don't know. Man, I don't even want to pull it up because I'll probably be able to see what I lost. $55 on CGC. Are you freaking kidding me? I sold that. Like, I knew that was going back to $40, $50, but I just lost patience on it. You know, I wanted to put that money in. You know what? I put the money in Mara and Wright instead. So again, I mean, I can't cry over that spilt milk, but I knew this one was going to the moon. But man, I did not expect this so quickly. Yeah, I sold 100 shares at $27, so I missed out on a couple grand. No big deal. I guess that isn't that bad. But when we were looking at space, no. We're looking at space. What did I do over there? So I sold 200 shares at 23.66. So that's a nice little $5,000 I didn't. You know, again, I took a ton of money out of this account and put it in crypto. So why am I getting upset that I missed out on space of a 2x when I made right now I've made a close to a 3x, 2.5x on my Cardano and going up. So it all works out, I guess. I can't find the right number of shares outstanding. I remember seeing 11 million shares. Now it says 7 million. Need to know that first. We talking micro strategies. We're talking micro strategies. Let's take a look. Yahoo MSTR. What is it? What is it? Statistics? They have 7.62 outstanding. The total float. How many shares? How many shares? Shares outstanding 7.62. MSTR market. 9.72 billion. I think before they started buying all that Bitcoin, yeah, no, better off with that. Yeah, you don't have to convince me, man. I want to buy more ADA. I want to get my ADA bag up to 100,000. I'm currently sitting at 86,000. I think MicroStrategy was $1 billion market cap before they started buying. I'm gonna have a coffee burp, excuse me. Not coming. Oh, there we go. All right, so I want to get my Cardano bag up to, what's it at, 84 cents. You guys like my spreadsheet? It's working pretty good. I was trying to get my the 24-hour change. I wasn't able to figure that out. I may take another stab at it so I could see my change over the day. It's maybe some other cool stuff with it. I want to get my Cardano bag up to 100,000, but man, now at 84 cents after that pump, it's hard to buy into a pump, and now I'm going to need 50, close to 13 grand to get that up there. So I got man, I am I would say 90% fully invested in both the stock market and crypto right now. I got to get my total. So right now I'm sitting at about 270K. I don't know what number I need to get that to for me to retire, but I have been trying to figure that out. I think it's coming soon, man. I can taste it, but I'm trying to temper myself and think it's probably not going to come until after the next halving. Excuse me. I don't know how hard a bear market or how hard a potential crash is going to come. I'm probably the idiot that believes it's not going to be that bad this time. It's different this time. I know those are dangerous words, but I think there's going to be a lot more liquidity coming in, a little bit more stability. Do I think there's going to be a bear market? Of course. I mean, how long can this bull market run? I don't. If this whole cycle that's happened the last 2 times happens, it's manifest destiny at this point. But at the same time, it doesn't take much for that to happen. Currently, even still, it just depends on how much more institutional buying happens in the very near future versus what mining and wells can do to manipulate the market. As more and more institutional buying starts happening, that will add stability and liquidity. So it's hard to say. But I'm thinking, I think it is not unreasonable to see this total amount 4x or 8x this year, which would be amazing. But it's not like I just want to take all that off the board, especially immediately, because you're talking huge tax implications. If this were to 10x, Like, would I want to take it all off the board? Hell no, man. I'd probably be paying 60% taxes between federal and state on like the majority of it, man. And that, you know, I mean, I guess paying taxes is better than being broke, but that's a tough decision to make. And to me personally, and it's going to be a very rough ride if it happens, boys and girls, because for me, I just don't know. Like, to me, I'm long term on this. I do want to get to a point where I take my initial investment off the board. Rough math, you could say my initial investment is probably around 150,000. So if I can get to a point where this is 2.5 million, and I haven't taken my initial investment off the board plus a little, I'm definitely an idiot, right? But I do want to ride most of that into the future. I do want to continue to ride passive income on my Bitcoin, passive income on my Ethereum. I don't know how long Polkadot's going to remain 12%, but I'm definitely going to continue to ride that. I'm definitely going to ride my Big Love, my Big Charles, my Big Chuck Hoskinson Cardano in, you know, the 5%. Again, I don't know how long that's going to last. I would imagine both of those are going to last for a while. And I'm going to ride that rocky ride, and then maybe in the next halving in 2024 and 2025, you know, hopefully I still have a little spring left in my step, and we can just retire, boys and girls. That's my exit plan. I'm going to try to keep 50 to 70% plus on the board and just ride it. I'm not going to try and, like, I mean, so a lot of these people, and even when it comes to like trading between coins, like if you're a much smaller account and you're in a much lower tax bracket, you can play that game where like you're going back and forth between Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can look at Bitcoin dominance and like Bitcoin versus Ethereum and see like when Bitcoin's really high and Ethereum's really low, you could swap back and forth and you can try and play that game because you're in a much lower tax bracket. And if you're good at it, that's the kind of stuff you can do to help accelerate it. But I'm at the point now where I've already made, like, look, I've already made realized profit because I liquidated my Robinhood account, about $30,000 in crypto. We hop over to what I've done in the stock market because I made a lot of money the Bitcoin futures, and unfortunately that settles every day, so you lock in realized profits on a daily basis. And I'm up around, what am I up for the year? We're only 5-6 weeks into the year, and I've already got 34,000 realized profits. So total I have like 50 or 60,000 realized profits. You add that to my yearly salary, and now all trades I make are already at like 30% freaking federal. You add my crazy high 12% CA, ram me in the ass, a little Sunny reference, ram me in the ass, state taxes. You know, it's a much riskier thing to, you know, go in and out and trade your crypto. So I'm just in a mostly hodl position. I am going to continue to do a lot of options plays, and you know, that short term, that's going to be realized, but it's greater than 50%. And at the end of the day, you know, if you get greater than 50%, you can make money. You're not trying to just get in and out. You're just trying to do passive income. That's okay. I'm just going to have to pay taxes on it. Jake Dion, cheers. Just need a second opinion. How you doing, brother? Nice. Well done, dude. Welcome to the channel. Guys, come on. Like, subscribe, bell button. We only got one like. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, Jake. I do stream every day. We talk crypto, we talk stocks, we talk options, we talk futures, we talk about markets. It's all about making that money wisely over here, diversification. What do you need a second opinion on? I'd be glad to help. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I will give you my opinion on it. Buy 88 ASAP. This is their year. Yeah, man, I like... All right, I'm selling my Tesla. I'm selling, what do I got? I got $82,000 in Tesla, and I'm moving it to Cardano. I will do, and that's who got me into it in the first place. Got you into what? Buy, let's see. What do you need an opinion? Oh, should I wait to buy? Oh, okay. There's your question. Man, that's a tough ass question, Jake. Tough ass question. SGG says yes. Yeah, I go listen to Charles Hoskinson talk. Great guy, really. Yeah, man, I could not agree more. Definitely subscribe to him on Twitter. Definitely subscribe to him on YouTube. He live streams all the time. Uh, I don't really know all political stances of a libertarian. He's definitely a libertarian. Me, I'm the middle of the road when it comes to all politics. I mean, if it makes sense, I don't care what side it comes from. Definitely want to listen to that guy. He definitely does want to change the world. He seems like a bit of a player and a baller too, right? Like he's got a nice little wild side to him, it looks like too. He's definitely a really smart dude. He does want to change the world. I love what he's doing in underdeveloped countries, trying to stabilize their economy. How he's trying to do that with Cardano. Like at the end of the day, if you buy Cardano right now, and this is not financial advice, you're putting on your own big boy pants. This could all turn upside down overnight. And Cardano can fail. Cardano can fail. I don't think it's going to, but it can fail. In my opinion, if you were to buy Cardano, so it's tough because it's a big pump. So typically I would say don't buy something on a big pump. But I don't know if this pump's over yet. And there's more news and great things are coming out, and they're finalizing their smart contract Goguen, and that's coming out. But if there's any problems with that release, man, this thing can dip fast. Me personally, I think this is going to the moon. BitBoy says it's going to $9. I've heard $30. Look, man, I think $9, $10 is reasonable. But that's going to be a pretty big pump, and that's like, in my opinion, this quick this year, $9 is definitely frothy bubble-like material, and it's going to fuel any kind of crypto crash. And where it settles after that, back down to like $3, I think would be pretty reasonable. But who knows with these guesses, man? No one knows S with all these guesses. I think long-term Cardano, like I got my 88,000, 85,000. I want to get that up to 100,000. I'm staking it on the Daedalus wallet, earning 5%. I love it. I think in 3 or 4 years, my Cardano alone will be worth over $1 million, $2 million, $3 million if I don't sell any of it. But yeah, definitely worry about the pump. It's just man, the biggest things, Jake, that I can tell you is if you believe in it, if you truly believe in it, and I believe in Cardano just about more than anything on the cryptocurrency board. I mean, obviously I believe in Ethereum and I believe in Polkadot too, but I really, really like what they're doing with Cardano. I think they got some unique perspective, and along with what they're doing, like they are helping governments create stable coins that run on the Cardano network. That is freaking genius. It's freaking amazing. And they're going after Fortune 500 companies, and they got a very smart team over there. The way they do things is it's going to be run by the public soon. So all changes on the Cardano network are going to be voted upon by the Cardano holders. It has to go through peer reviews. They've got treasury set up. It's freaking amazing. I don't see how this fails. But anything can happen, right? I mean, they get hacked. Who knows, right? If you're thinking long term, and the last piece of advice I'll give you on that, and this is two last pieces of advice, and these are extremely, extremely difficult, easier said than done. I've been trading stocks for a very long time. I'm new to the crypto game, but I've been learning, and I've been learning fast. The volatility in it is gut-wrenching. Like right now, overall in general, the market in general is pumped up a lot. So if you were to buy now, this market could easily dump 30, 40% in February. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Asia, China is having their new year. That's going to wrap up here in the next week. And I think it's going to start pumping again. But we might have a dip, 30, 40% dip in the next week before that happens. That would be a great buying opportunity. It's tough, man. Like, I personally, again, not financial advice, I personally don't think you're going to lose money if you invest in Cardano today, but you might have a very rough ride. You might be negative. You might be down 30, 40%. But if you can hold on to that, you'll be fine. The volatility in crypto is tough, man. It is really tough. Man, you will start panicking when this market dumps. You will start making weird decisions. You just got to take your mind off it. You like, if you truly believe in it, just buy and hold and forget about it. And that's my last point. Do not invest more than you can afford to lose. Can I afford to lose $266,000? Yes. But it's going to be rough, right? Like, I still got I got about $100,000 in stocks. So as long as Tesla doesn't S the bed, I'm not going to be living on the freeway in a tent. You guys, they're not from California, you probably don't know this, but 90% of California's population lives along the freeway and right now in tents, right? It's crazy, homeless, right? So if crypto, if I were to go to zero, and the chance of it going to 0% are low, but I'm not going to be homeless. Even if I lose everything in crypto and I lose everything in the stock market, I'm not going to be homeless, but I'm going to be back to living paycheck to paycheck, and that's not going to be much fun. But that's how much conviction I have in Tesla, and that's how much conviction I have in cryptocurrency, right? Man, that ride in cryptocurrency, long-term self-governance, I'm already, yeah, oh, 38 cents. You should be up more. Oh yeah, 130%. Yeah, man. I'm very new to, oh yeah, no, it's tough, man. It's tough. It is. Just again, it's, Cardano could be back down to 30% like that. I mean, I think it's going up. I think it's going to go over $1 soon, but you never know, man. Like, if the dump comes, there's the pumps and the dumps in crypto are wild. Cardano's mostly been not too big of dumps. We had one from 37 back down to, this was for a little bit there. It was kind of swinging between 37 and 30, and then it's just been pump. So it is tough. Like, even over the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Let's take a look. So we're at like, just over the last 6 days, it's currently sitting at 88%, man. That's tough. One of the safest ways to always invest in cryptocurrency is kind of wait for a dump. As Ivan puts it, dump consolidation. Pump, dump consolidation. And that plays true most of the time with most cryptocurrencies. That's a pretty big green candle on the daily right here. Although, I mean, I feel like $1 is just a magnet on this. Though it's very likely that when it does hit $1, it could pull back down to 70, 65 cents just as easily. So yeah, man, it's tough. But if you believe in it and you invest an amount you can't afford to lose and you can truly hold on to it, if it doesn't keep you awake at night, if it doesn't keep you awake at night and every time you wake up to go to the bathroom, you're not checking cryptocurrency prices like this guy might be. Which does tell me I may have too much invested, but I mean, that's how much I believe in it. And again, like, I can't afford to lose it, but my life is going to suck. We're going to be back to starting over, living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, not that bad, but pretty freaking close. Anyway, let's wrap this up. I do have to get to work. Let's take a look at the stock market. I didn't do anything. Maybe we can do some quick plays over here. Uber does have earnings tonight. I'm not really a big fan of Uber right now. I used to be for a while, but to me, like, I think Uber is going to zero. They sold their self-driving. They'll figure some stuff out, but look at this freaking price. Are you kidding me? Like, this makes no sense. Let's go back 10 years. So their IPO back here, I feel like at IPO, it was 7, was that? Yeah, maybe that was right. So IPOs, goes all the way down, and then the I feel like it went back further than that. Maybe it did. Let's try the weekly. No, I don't know. Was that right? Anyway, we're looking at the weekly IPO. Maybe this was the IPO, down, back up, and this is what happens with a lot of IPOs. Down, kind of choppy consolidation for a while. Definitely down big on the pandemic news. And then it's a recovery stock, right? But I guess the recovery is starting. It's definitely going to start. Cases are down. You know, the vaccines are rolling out. So I think the recovery is definitely starting. But they've built in a recovery from like hell. They're like, this company's what, at a 50% over their IPO, 40 to 60, yeah, about 50%. So that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty high. So they're building in high expectations on this. So I don't know. This isn't a stock I would invest in, but you could definitely look at the plays. But I don't have any. What's the expected move? The expected move is 125% IV. The expected move is $4.65. I mean, maybe we can put an iron condor on just to playing around the expected move. Maybe something a little small. Maybe to get the adrenaline flowing. We can look at a $3 wide. We'll pump that up to 58. Right at the expected move on both ends. I mean, I guess you can get $1 credit. Probably a little bit less. Risk, you know, get $1. Worst case, you lose. Get a little over $1. Worst case, you lose $200. Yeah. I don't know which way this is going to go. I'd be more inclined, honestly, I'd be more inclined to sell a call spread, a bearish play. So what do we got? 63, 66, get $1.10. Maybe we can go 64, 67. Get close to $1. This is what I'd be more inclined to do, but I'm not going to play it. Let's see how we're doing. My IPOE, we got an IPO put spread. We got a little money on that. My gold, come on, gold. We need you to pump, pump, pump. Go, 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 go. Bar is down. No big deal. NNDM, man. Like, I'm not doing enough over here. Maybe we, what do we do? Maybe we do something in this. Do we got NNDM in the small account? Yeah, we do. Do we already got a put spread on over there? Yep, we do. We want to add to that. Do I got anything on my IRA? And then I do. Two puts, man. Those are up. $173. Burrito bowls at Chipotle on me today, boys. Palantir. Put spread, we up on that. I love me some Palantir. Do I got that on in the small account? Down $1.30. Yeah, we got that. I'm up on it though. Buy that dip and tempted to do a little bit more. Tasty Chef came off the board as a winner, 50% winner. Tesla getting waxed. What is going on in Tesla? I mean, Bitcoin's the only reason, right? I mean, the Nasdaq's pretty flat, but there's no real reason for Tesla to be on $26. Was there a massive recall or something? Thanks for coming by, Jake. Have a good night. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. No thanks. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. So crazy, these BS FUD articles that just pop up, literally every Tesla, Elon, Bitcoin. Looking at articles titled "Elon wants clean power." Yeah, man. I'm getting so disgusted with the news cycle. I'm getting even disgusted with just like YouTube. I can't, man. The titles, I get you got to do it, but the titles are just driving me insane, right? If it wasn't for the title, and I guess that's proof that it works. If it wasn't for titles on a lot of these channels, I would never click on the video. And the problem is I click on the video and I regret it, right? And it. All right, I'm just gonna stop because there's a few of them. It's getting so bad, but you know, that's interesting too. I was thinking last night, StockMo stopped popping up on my feed because I haven't clicked on them in a while. Anyway, how's StockMo doing? How's the Neo? Is he still doing Neo stock prices? Neo stock price updates. I need to make sure I search for him today and do a little catching up with StockMo, see how he's doing. See if he invested. I know he was a miner back in the day, a heavy Bitcoin crypto, you know, fairly heavy. And I know he's kind of investing big, starting to invest in it again. I know he's got some new 100K challenges. I'm curious to see how they're doing. Personally, I think he needs to go a little more balls to the walls with crypto and Ethereum. Ethereum down $75 right now. That's another buy the dip, homie. I got me a little Litecoin that's down a bit. Let's see what the lads over at Tastyworks are doing. Nothing, you know. Of course, old Tom Sosnoff is going ham, selling strangles and probably calls. Oh, he's in AMC. If he's selling calls, he might get, yeah, he's selling calls over there. He might get his face ripped off after Jeremy just did a video that was, I mean, That one wasn't as clickbaity, but it's all in AMC, right? And he just meant like he's all in on the concept of AMC. He's not putting, but it's just clever wordplay, right, man? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna click on this video, even though I don't give a crap about AMC. I'm not investing in it. Anyway, I only watched about a minute of that video. Let's take a look at the watch list. Maybe we put something on, maybe we don't. IV Mara at 327%. That is crazy, right, man? Yeah, I would be tempted to put some more bullish plays on them, Mara and Riot, but if we go out, I want to see what shakes and bakes. Are you kidding me? Why is Workhorse at $40? Did they announce that they got the government contract? Let's take a look at QuantumScape's coming back to where it should be. Should be back down to $20-$30 in my opinion. Nikola, like, how is Nikola still on the board? Gnog's been letting me down, boys and girls. It's the only play that I publicly called on my channel that I can think of that's not living up to the Nostradamus hype. I still think it's got its chance though. We got Hyliion not doing so hot. We did make a little money off Hyliion a couple weeks ago. Ride. Man, this stock is one of the most garbage stocks, in my opinion, on the board. I would short a call spread, but I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze on that one. No. Go back over to the watch list. Xpeng kind of lagging. I think Neo's pumping, right? Oh, we got Square, DraftKings. Square, man. I kind of bailed on Square a couple weeks ago. Should have kept that bullish put play on over there, but I kind of gave up. Square, one of my trades of the decade, but for a short-term put play, I got a little nervous. I thought they might get their chop down on the down moves that was happening in crypto at the time. That's kind of high, man. It was around 215 when I was last in it. I don't know that I want to FOMO into that right now, especially because of what could happen with crypto. DraftKings, I love me some DraftKings. Steel, $16. All right, DraftKings, what do we got? I gotta do something. Dash, $200. Airbnb, $205. Like, man, what the F? Take a look. $10 wide. That sucks. I don't want to do a $10 wide. Do it maybe we do. $1.74. Are you freaking kidding me? 278. We got to go at the money to get 1/3 the width strike. No, thank you, because the market could be, what do they say? The market can be irrational longer than you can be solvent. Something like that. Upwork, I used to be a huge fan. Upwork was one of the stocks I said like one of the best. I was going to do one of the best stocks to buy under $20. But I was too lazy on putting the video out, and eventually it was one of the best stocks by under $25. I was extremely bullish on it. Now I'm kind of, it's okay. Like, I've actually tried the product. I've actually used the product. There are some things that kind of concern me about it. I mean, it could be a potentially good long-term play. I don't think it's a good stock to buy right now, especially at $50. It's pretty high. I tested the product out. And I even applied for a couple things, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like a Nimble on server setup. I can do those in my sleep, right? Didn't even get a response. Like, they didn't even come back and check it as far as I can tell. I did another one, same thing. So I don't know. So that might be I don't know what their financials are like. I don't know how well they're doing financially. I didn't really look into that. But I did like their what they were doing, but I tried it out, so they might have a bit of a rocky road. Who knows? Baidu, Tesla, Twitter, Chewy. I never really did much in Chewy, but it's only 2-star liquidity. That 4-star, it didn't really do much after earnings. I think it had a nice little small dump and then pump back up. Yeah, no, it's looking pretty good. So this is probably a new consolidation phase. This might be a good play. Take a look. I don't know. We'll do an Iron Condor. No. We need to go further out in time. Where are we at? March 5th, March 12th. Make this difficult. All All right, let's do an iron condor, $1.91, 63% chance of being profitable. $5 wine, $5 wine, iron condor. That's where you sell a put spread, you sell a call spread. This means I'm $5 wide minus the credit received, roughly $1.90. This means my max loss would be around $3.10 times 100, $310, 63% chance of being profitable. I would like a little bit higher percent, but 63% chance is pretty decent. Let's see what happens if we just do bullish spread instead. My delta's at about 500. Yeah, man, I'm still very nervous about a potential big market pullback. Oh yeah, man, look at this. The Nasdaq's down 54 points. Things are hammered down, baby. Is this a buy the dip? I'm going to hold off, I guess, on doing anything in the stock market right now. See how this shakes out. See if this down move continues into the day, into tomorrow, into the week. Red, bloody red across the board. My IRA is getting hammered right now. Bitcoin futures down 3 grand, so it's pretty ugly over here. Let's see what's happening. Cardano down now to 8 cents. I don't even want to pull up the spreadsheet. Now what was I up, like 94, 95,000? Just going down fast, boys and girls. This is what I'm talking about, Jake. I know you're not here anymore, but you might not be sleeping too well if you did too big a bag in Cardano right now. Because it's we'll have to see how this plays out. Is it going to continue? What do you think? Is it going to continue to crash? Probably find some support somewhere. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, like, subscribe, bell button. I really appreciate you guys coming in the chat. Along with checking my cryptocurrency balances, hopping into the chat, chatting with you guys, talking markets. It's what gets me out of the bed. Love you guys. Peace.